Hello! During this presentation, we aim to explain the fourth wave of feminism and how empathy plays an important role in it. Let's start with a live explanation of what feminism is and, most importantly, which are its fourth waves.
All right, in order to understand the intersectional theory, we have to go through the four waves of feminism. The first wave was the suffragettes. They gained the right for voting for women. It only involved white upper-class women, though. The second wave was the sexual revolution in the 60s and 70s. This also mostly only involved upper white middle-class women. The third wave happened in the 80s and 90s. It was called I Am, saying I'm just as good as men, but this also mostly involves white women. Our fourth wave is what we're going to focus on, and that's intersectional theory, and this involves everyone. So for an example, we have two people. We have Jane and we have John. So Jane is a woman, while John is a man. Because John is a man, he has more privilege than Jane does. However, Jane is straight, while John is gay. Because Jane is straight, she has more privilege than John does. So in this situation, instead of working against each other with their different privileges and prejudices, they work in concert with each other. The whole idea behind intersectional theory is that you don't have to be the voice for the voiceless, you just pass the mic.
So who should care about intersectional feminism? Who does this affect? The answer is everyone, because intersectional feminist theory is inclusive. Intersectional feminism is the understanding of how people's overlapping identities, including race, class, ethnicity, religion, and sexual orientation, impact the way they experience oppression and discrimination. And yes, men can be feminists too. Gender inequality affects everyone, so when we tell boys from a young age phrases like man up, this is gender inequality too. Feminism is the idea that when one of us is oppressed, nobody is free.
It is important to understand this is a wicked problem, and the approach we select will define the problem itself. So why is this a wicked problem? First, it is a unique situation in which different stakeholders are affected. Second, there is a no-stop rule, meaning we cannot stop trying to solve it, which is why it has more than one solution. There are not true or false solutions. We can only make it better or worse, which is why the consequences of the solutions require more responsibility. And given the problem and stakeholders' complexity, they are not measurable. Now, what social theories could be applied to this problem and why? The first one is the intellectual passion theory, which applies because stakeholders are extremely passionate and interested in the movement. Therefore, it becomes a success. It is a living proof on how success is affected by passion and how much more successful it is because of it. Then we have theory of planned behavior. The theory of planned behavior is an important part of this problem because women and men may not be outspoken about the foundation of it because they might be afraid or careful about what others will think of them, including their own family or partners. They even question if they are actually capable of joining the protest or marches.
Empathy is at the heart of moving feminism into an inclusive and intersectional place. It is difficult, yet important for people to set aside their own experiences and needs and honor those of others, both inside and outside of the movement. Outside of the movement, prejudice often clouds people's perceptions. Feminists are perceived as man-haters or destroyers of femininity. Inside the movement, it can be hard for individuals to be accepted or have their voices heard. Oftentimes, women of color, trans women, lesbian and bisexual women, and even men struggle to be accepted as feminists.
Intersectional fourth wave feminist theory matters because it is about inclusivism. The whole point of the movement is that it encompasses the entire population, regardless of any sort of difference, be it gender, race, religion, socioeconomic status, ethnicity, whatever. It is about all peoples in all places and taking action for equality among them. In short, the point of intersectional feminism is that it includes every person, affects every person, and considers every person, so every person should care. In conclusion, we believe that fourth wave feminism is for everyone, and that if people are educated about it, we can overcome the stereotypes formed from earlier waves and see it as inclusive and beneficial for all. Thanks for watching!